going on YouTube? Jared, RedRacer video. Come to you today with a quick video about Lohla, the car. I've had a lot of questions about kind of just like what my setup is, how and why I've run things, or why JDP has done things the way we've done things, and just how I'm making the power, how I'm getting there. So today's video, how we made the power, what the car is, what it does, and where the car's headed, because we have big changes coming, so stick in there. Jared, RedRacer video, let's get into it.
I call it Lohla.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming for another one. Real quick, I got to get my YouTube stuff out of the way. For those who haven't already, please hit like and subscribe if you like the content and if you like the channel. Helps me out and keeps more people coming, which keeps me able to bring you more videos about Lohla. But without further ado, we're going to get into it. This video is going to be about basically how I made my power, what I've done, what the setup on the car is, so forth, so on. So my car is a 2016 1SS. I picked the 1SS because I couldn't justify $5 grand for a heads-up display and some other stuff that they're cool features. I love them, don't get me wrong, but to me, I didn't see the $5 grand of expense. I kind of just wanted the basic car. I got in it, loved the infotainment, loved the way the dash was set up, and I love the 8-speed automatic. So I ordered my car 1SS, no other options, 8-speed automatic, and that's basically it. So that's the setup on the car. That's how we got it stock. We've made a couple of progressions, done a couple of different things with the car, but where we ended up and where we are now, I don't want to go back and get it long, but where we're at now is 690 wheel, and I'm pretty sure it was 628 foot-pounds of torque. So, and that torque comes in early, you know, and that's the beauty of the positive displacement superchargers, that, you know, you make power now, and I love that. It presents some challenges. You've got to run drag radials if you even want to stand a chance in first through third gears, some things like that, but love the setup. Magnuson Heartbeat supercharger, Cook's long tube headers. We do have cats on them, so it looks legal, but we had to hollow them out because the supercharger was going to fold them up, and I think it was causing restriction. So those are gutted, and then we run that through a Lohla S-type catback. The car is pretty loud. I'll show you a clip here in a second. I love it, but I've had a lot of people tell me it's loud. They act like they like it when they say it's loud, but I'm sure at least some of them in their mind are like, dude, your car's obnoxious. But what are you going to do? Historically, the S-Type's a little more tame, and the Attack is the one that's real loud, but man, through those hollowed cats, that catback is loud. Some of the other details on the car is also running the Alky Control methanol injection system. We picked that because, well, JDP picked that because they've run a lot of kits, done a lot of stuff, and the Alky Control kits very seldom have problems, and that's running 100% methanol. So the pumps can hold up to it. They're doing pretty good, and they're not having issues with them, so that's what they stick with. That's what they're running. So that's what I'm running. We also have pulleyed up on the bottom and pulleyed down on the top to get to where we're at power-wise. So we run the ATI harmonic balancer. I also, for those of you who don't know already, and if you want to go back and watch the videos about it, you can, but we did blow my engine apart. My stock bottom end, and a lot of people with the LT1s are finding out they're not super boost friendly, but we were at about 10 pounds and my engine let go. So I let go, bad let go, and cylinders 1 and 2 went looking for air. So it was pretty bad, but it ended up working out okay, because now I got a late model engines. We stuck with the 377 cubes, so it's still the stock displacement, just I think they hone it out just a titch. That's why it's 377 instead of 376, but still forced induction motor, or they built it rather to be a forced induction motor, and we are still running direct injection as well. So getting to that, for those of you that know, the LT1s, the fuel system will get you to probably 600 wheel-ish, but unless you're running methanol and supplement and fuel and stuff, and I might be wrong on that number, it may be a little lower, a little higher, but about there. But you're going to have to supplement fuel, and that's part of why we ran methanol as a supplement fuel, and then obviously just all the benefits of running it on a positive displacement supercharged car. It cools, it cleans, and it, you know, reduces detonation, and it's just, there's really no downside to it. You will get people that say the methanol injection is bad because it gets on the rotors and eats the coating and all that kind of stuff, but and again, I usually default to what JDP tells me, because they've been doing it for, you know, 8 or 9 years, and they've built numerous cars, LS, LT cars, but they've had so many of them, it's just not happening. They're just not seeing it. Methanol, if you don't know, the flashing point is pretty low. So, I mean, when your supercharger's hot, that methanol gets anywhere near that blower, it's gonna flash and go gas, which is what you want. So I mean, it's not like you're spraying wet methanol on your rotors. I don't see that happening. I've spilled it on my hands or on my like strut tower inside my engine bay a couple times, and I mean it like evaporates before I can get a rag to put on it. So in extreme heat, I can't imagine that it's sticking around. So anyways, I get off track, but that's the methanol system. That's why we ran it, and we chose Alky Control because we love them a lot. We are also running an HP Tuner's N gauge in the car, and we do that for a lot of reasons. It looks cool, for one, but you can basically look at anything at any time on the car. You can monitor up to 6 things at one time. You can pick what those 6 things are. So I'm able to watch boost, I'm able to watch IATs, I'm able to watch coolant temperature, I'm able to watch fuel trims, and then we're also running the AEM air fuel gauge so that we know exactly where air fuel is, and I can stare at it, and if things ever get hairy, I can get out of it. But that's our setup on the car. That's how we're making our power, and 690 wheels, 628 torque is where we ended up. So I told you guys in the beginning I was going to kind of tell you where the car was headed, and that we had some stuff coming, and we do. What we're going to do first is turn the car up. We're going to go from 12 pounds, which is where we're at now on boost, and I didn't say that before, sorry. We're at 12 pounds of boost right now. We're going to up that to probably 16. We're also going to, or considering, running a dual nozzle methanol injection, but we're going to switch to E85. So we're going to see some pretty serious increases. I'm hoping that the car ends up at about 8 1/4 to the wheels. There's a guy, I don't remember exactly where he's from now. I think he's in Arizona. Very similar setup to mine, almost the exact same setup as mine actually, but he's running more boost and running E85, and that's what he makes. So pretty sure we're going to get the car supercharged with the Magnuson Heartbeat supercharger to 8 1/4. So we're going to do that, I believe, pretty soon, because there is a kit on the way, or will be on the way very shortly, for the car. We are switching to twin turbos. So I know I've been a supercharger guy forever, and I've always said superchargers are bust, and I'm punking out. So we're gonna go twin turbo. Jordan had a black ZL1 come through from Texas, right out of Hennessy's backyard, right out of a bunch of big shops' backyards. Shipped it up to JDP. JDP put the twin turbo. I don't know if they installed the twin turbos or not. I think they did. I'll have to ask. But anyways, did the tuning, got it all running, did all his stuff to it, did the JDP touches, and with his tuning and such, they ended up at 1094 wheel, and the torque was like 989 or something. The torque was way up there too. So I saw that, I heard that car run, and I mean, it's intoxicating. You still at idle get that big chop, and it sounds like it should, but when the turbos are just sitting there whistling a little bit with it, I don't know if it's just because I was scared, and I don't mean scared like scared of the noise or whatever, but scared that that car would smash my car. That's probably part of it, but that thing just sounds mean. I mean, just sitting there listening to it, I'm a YouTuber. This is part of my income. I mean, make no mistake about it, this channel is going to be one of the things that feeds my wife and kids and my grandkids, and that's my plan. I mean, this is for my posterity. I want to do this because I'm passionate about it, yada, 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 but that car and that sound and what that car will do, I believe, will ultimately be more conducive to getting subscribers, getting likes, getting views, getting view minutes, keeping people on the channel. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to switch twin turbo. I do have the automatic, and I've talked to quite a few people, and from the sounds of it, the automatic transmission is not going to hold up much past 900 wheel. So I'm not going to get crazy. I'm not going to go way big on the turbos. It sounds like we're probably going to go with the EFRs, which are smaller. But if you guys know about those, the internals in them are really light. The blades, or whatever you might call them. Sorry, I'm not up on my turbo lingo yet. The blades inside of them are super light, so they spool quick. So I'm going to get real quick spool, real good low end torque. It's still going to make 900 wheel, which is like, I don't know, dude, I'm not sure what the math is on that. 1150 or something horsepower, or 1100. I don't know. Public education, sorry. But that's a lot of power, and I want the transmission to live, so we're going to get those turbos, put them at 900. That's pretty close, it sounds like, to where they're about doing all they can do. So I'll get that low end, but I'm not going to have tons of top end. When the 8-speed automatic, when somebody builds one, or when somebody makes parts for it that we trust, we will put those in, we will turn it up, we will go bigger turbos or whatever. I'm sure that's a natural progression. The late model engine that's in this car, I am told, is good to 1400 wheel. So I am well within the limits. We will, I believe, get to that at some point, not because it's necessary or because I should do it, but because I love YouTubing, and it will get me views, and putting that car at 1400 or 1300 wheel would make it an absolute monster. So long-term goal, we will make those numbers probably. Right now, we're going to put it at 900. We're going to go twin turbo. We are going to run E85, I believe. But with the turbos 900 wheel, I think the LT4 fuel system, I believe we might run out of gas. So we'll have to see. I'm not really interested in getting real carried away with supplementing fuel systems and stuff right now. I would like to do it on turbos, E85, and we'll spray some ethanol with it to supplement fuel also. In the event that we run out of fuel on E85, we may just stay pump gas and just go dual nozzle and spray a lot of methanol to supplement fuel. For those of you who don't know, E85 is great, but you need like 30% more fuel. So if you're getting close to pushing all you can push with gas through the LT4 injectors, and then you're trying to switch to E85, that's only going to be good up to a certain point, and then you're going to run out of injector again, and you're going to have to do something else. And it's either switch fuel systems or supplement another fuel system, put another external fuel pump on it, which, I don't know, it just sounds like a lot more gas, a lot more lines. I kind of just want to see what I can do on the stock stuff. I want to push the LT4 stuff as far as I can, and we're going to do that. So tell your friends, if you know anybody that loves late model GM stuff, GM Performance, JDP is legit, and my car is their development car basically for a lot of their 6th gen packages, their street stuff. They've got a race car Evelyn obviously, but that car will stay naturally aspirated, and that car will just be super track focused. This car is going to be the developmental piece. They're one of the partners of RedRacer Video, and this car is going to have a lot of cool stuff. It's going to be, I'm hoping, a channel and a car that will teach a lot of people a lot of stuff about LT1 stuff. So again, tell your friends, bring people to the channel. All you guys that comment consistently, I appreciate you guys more than anything. I had a lot of good comments on my last video, a lot of uplifting remarks. I told you guys my mom passed away. It's been a little over a month now. I still cry on like a daily basis. It's still really hard, but I have had some people, and I'm not kidding you, I'm not making this up. It's like I couldn't have scripted it better. There's been times where I have been like meltdown, full-blown meltdown, and I'm not joking you. At that moment, my phone vibrates, I get a notification, and it's one of you guys saying, my favorite one was just the other day, man, you made my day, you made my week. I mean, it was powerful, but I was sitting there like a little girl just crying about my mom, and my phone vibrated. I looked down, and the first thing I saw was, she's in paradise, bro. And then he said, I like the car and something, I don't remember, but all I remember is she's in paradise, bro. And I say that to myself all the time now. So again, you guys, I love you guys. This is fun for me. I love doing this. I want to do this. It's for you and for me. I want to bring you guys good information, show you how to make an LT1 Camaro bad to the bone, and that's what we're going to do. Thanks again, guys. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you, Jared, RedRacer Video. See you on the next one.